Warm, warm welcome to all of you. I, Ms. Anjali Sutar, would like to introduce our chairperson, Dr. Santosh Gite, Associate Professor, Department of Statistics, University of Mumbai. Sir has more than 18 years of experience in teaching and research. He is MSc PhD in Statistics from Dr. BAMU University, Aurangabad. He has been faculty in Department of Statistics, University of Mumbai. He has presented research papers in national and international conferences and 11 papers published in reputed journals. He has published book, chapter in edited book, and one book published on an introduction to linear model using SAS software. Sir has delivered several lectures in orientation, refresher course, and short-term courses in various universities as a resource person. He taught softwares like R, SAS, SPSS, and Minitab. Recently, he has started certificate course in data analysis using SPSS software in Department of Statistics. We are pleased to have you, sir, here. Thank you so much. So, ma'am, can we start with the UG first or PG? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a PG, na? It's a PG is allotted to me, na? PG.
Yes, sir, but I think so. There was one group of UG also.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Darshana and Anisha.
Please call one by one group.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Aisha, which group is that?
Darshana, Anisha, Robert. These people are there in the group.
Okay. So Darshana and Anisha, who will be the sharing the screen?
Ma'am, Anisha, Robert.
Okay. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am. So good afternoon to one and all. I, Anisha Robert, along with my teammates Darshana Surendran and Shreya Venkateshan from TYBSC are here to present to you our research. Our topic is Study on Effects of COVID-19 on Learning among School Students. This research was conducted under the guidance of Dr. Sakharam Mule, Department of Statistics, KC College, Mumbai. I would like to thank our dear principal, Dr. Hemlata Bagla, our HOD, Dr. Asha Jindal ma'am, and teachers for constantly supporting us through the research. Now, I would like to call my teammate Darshana Surendran to give you a brief introduction about the topic.
Thank you, Anisha. The World Health Organization declared COVID-19 as a pandemic on 11th March 2020. To control the widespread of coronavirus among people, the Indian government implemented lockdown in the country. As an initial step, educational institutions like schools, colleges, and universities were closed. Globally, online classes became an integral part of the educational system. This rapid transformation is linked to various challenges like successful teaching and learning through technology, insufficient access, and availability of internet. India is in early stage, hence students and teachers are finding difficult to adapt to newly established online classes. The students' perception and satisfaction towards online classes must be investigated because if they could not understand the concept being taught in online classes, then the quality of education become low and teachers' effort will be wasted. In addition, the students' perception on home quarantine might affect their mental health. An appropriate way should be addressed to ease students' anxiety. The student's perspective of experiencing online stress must be evaluated. Hence, the purpose of this study is to assess the physical and mental stress experienced by school students during online classes. So the aim of a study is to conduct an online survey to understand the effect of online learning among school students. Objective of a study is first to evaluate the likes and dislikes about the online teaching and learning among students. Second, to highlight the physical and mental stress faced by students during online classes. Third, to analyze whether the concept of online curriculum taught was understood by students. Fourth, to find open suggestions from students to improve online learning. So, the next slide, please. These are some of the literature review that were referred for our study. So now I would like to hand it over to my teammate Anisha Robert to continue with the presentation.
Thank you, Darshana. Now, talking about the research methodology of the study, we started our research by creating a different close-ended questions, which was framed for school students. The questionnaire was circulated using Google Forms for about 3 days. The study population included 51 ongoing school students. The inclusion criteria was the state board students, the CBSE board students, ICSE and international board students. The exclusion criteria were online self-learning students, teachers and professors. The study was conducted in Mumbai. The collected information was tabulated and analyzed using Microsoft Excel. Result and discussion. Firstly, talking about the gender of the students, we have analyzed that majority the male students actively responded to the questionnaire than the female students, as you see in the slide. Secondly, we also see the students that majority of the students who responded for the study were from the middle school, that is the 6th to 8th grade students, followed by the high school students and the primary students. Checking the Board of Education, we find that the majority of the students were from the CBSE board, that is the 39% of students, and followed by 33%, that is the state board, and followed by ICSE, that is 14%. And some students were also from the IGCSE board. Now we see the time that the students spend each day on online learning. So we find that majority of the school students spend 5 to 7 hours each day on online learning, and few students also reported that they are spending more than 10 hours for online learning. About the network accessibility, the students reported that the network connection was normal and good. When asked about whether the students are understanding the subjects taught in the online classes or not, a majority of the students, that is 61% of the students, responded that they do not understand the concept when taught online. They understand more when taught offline, that is the physical classroom. We also find that in the students practical knowledge as compared to the theoretical knowledge. The pie diagram is considerable that 88% of the students do not gain any practical knowledge. They said very few students are gaining both practical as well as theoretical knowledge. Now, talking about the importance of physical and mental health management, we see that 88% of the students could not manage their physical and mental health, due to which the stress level has increased a lot in this pandemic, and which made them extremely stressful during the online classes and also in their day-to-day lives. As you see, the 43% have felt extremely stressful, 33% felt very stressful, and then 14% moderately stressful. Only 4% of the school students reported that they do not face any stress. Asking about whether they could concentrate during the online classes, about the online ambience and all, the students reported that they found it very much difficult to concentrate during the online classes. But also the students reported that the teachers are extremely supportive and they motivated them to constantly attend the online classes. Lastly, we also framed the question that whether the students would prefer to continue with the system of online learning in the future. As you see, almost none of them said no, that they do not want to continue with the system. They're not willing with to continue with the system. They would want the physical system to be resumed back. So these are all the analysis. Now I would like my teammate Shreya Venkatesh to continue this.
Yes, thank you, Anisha. So, according to analysis, we summarize that the CBSE board middle school male students actively responded to the questionnaire. Most of the school students do not like ongoing online classes. It is evident that most of the students spend 5 to 7 hours on online classes. Few students reported that the connectivity strength of network was poor and exhausting. Further, the students find it difficult to concentrate and understand the lessons being taught in online environment. They also reported that they did not gain any practical knowledge. Most of the school students were not able to understand the subjects and could not manage the physical and mental. As a result, they felt extremely stressful during online classes. Majority of the students reported that their teachers are motivating them to attend the online classes. Almost none of the students prefer to continue the online classes in the future. Next slide, please. We conclude that the student showed negative perspective towards online learning due to lack of physical activity and communication between teachers, classmates, and friends. It can be managed by limiting the class hours of the students. It can be managed by limiting the class hours of the students in online. Also, parent support is necessary for the successful progression of school students' education. However, online class will not replace physical class environment. These problems can be adjusted by giving short breaks between classes and by changing the teaching methodology. Next slide, please. Here are a few suggestions that could make online learning more engaging for school students. Proper training must be given to students and teachers on how to use the online platform. Duration of online classes for the students may be reduced to lower the physical and mental stress. A short break should be provided after every lecture so that the students and the faculty get refreshed. Teachers must have physical white or blackboard so that it is easier for the students to understand what is being taught. Teachers must strive to communicate more regularly with students such that the students understand that the teacher is personally interested and invested in each student. Live sessions must be recorded and uploaded for students access anytime they want. Students must be encouraged to do simple physical activities at home so that they do not become lethargic. Monthly meetings of the students with parents and students should be conducted about the study portion that has been uploaded and to analyze the strength and weakness of each student. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, can I ask something?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Uh, so, your project name is a study on effect of COVID-19 on learning among school students.
Yes.
So, so your target population is a school student particularly. What age group you have chosen for school
You
student? All.
from, from first grade to 10th grade, that is 6 years of age to the 15 years of age.
Uh, I would like to ask one questions only. These suggestions you have mentioned, suggestions.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
on which basis you are making these suggestions? Because in your project, you have just shown all the bar diagrams, pie diagrams, and all this. Only you have represented your data graphically. So uh,
So we have even asked
on which
open-ended
basis? So you are
questions.
not. Huh?
We have asked open-ended questions. We also
So
have added open-ended
yes,
questions.
yes, okay. Open-ended question you have asked, but there is no any open-ended questions. We open-ended questions again we convert into close-ended questions.
Yes, sir. Right.
Only when we use open-ended questionnaire, we use open-ended questionnaire when we do not know the which respondent will would give response. In this situation, we use open-ended questionnaire. So
Right.
open-ended questionnaire we again convert into close-ended by uh, clustering similar type of responses we club together, and we then code 1 2 3 4 like this. And
Right.
why you are not use any statistical technique? simple chi-square test association and like this. Why you have shown only one bar graph?
So this was actually a pilot study for this. We have conducted only for school students, but for college students, we have done it separately for using statistical software. So that is a part of other project. So within short period of time, we have just done this much.
Because the suggestions you have, what your suggestion is listed in your in project. So it is not based on your analysis, I think. You have taken from some another sources, I think.
So in the
Because
open-ended
how
questions,
can how can you say on the basis of only these figures? Hmm?
the majority of the responses we collected and we have put it, like some students face, they need some
Then here,
break.
can I add something, sir? In this case, they could have written that they have received this many percentage of response stating this statement. This many percentage as a suggestions when you are giving this many percentage suggesting for this suggestion. It
Yes,
could
Yes,
have
ma'am.
come
ma'am.
in
Yes,
that
ma'am.
manner.
Yes,
And
Yes,
ma'am.
then
ma'am.
it
Yes,
becomes the
ma'am.
effective. That is what the my suggestion will be there. If you have taken the statement, you can say a questionnaire, you have any suggestions. So you have to say that this many out of the, let's say, 100 forms are being filled. Out of that, 25 suggested this suggestion. 20, it means that 25% is suggested this suggestion, 10% suggested this. Like that, you could have arranged in a chronological order.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
We will do the needful correction, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
but you try to use some statistical techniques. Hmm?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank
Sir,
you, sir.
there are some questions in chat box. So can we take that?
Sure.
Yes,
Sure,
please.
ma'am.
So the first question will be, Saroj sir will be asked, you said a population of 50 students. Is it sample or population?
So it is basically sample because we had targeted many, but we could receive only 51 because it was quite difficult for us to get from students because we needed the consent of the parents for to get their information. That is the reason. It is basically a sample.
The next question will be asked by Miss Sonia. How first and second standard students responded?
So as I said, it was difficult to get all the information because parents were in charge. So parents only had to fill in place of the students.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, sir, that's it.
Yes. Thank you.
So, sir, our next group will be Taim Muhammad Mohit, Varsha Vedang Sawan from SK Somaiya College.
Okay, please.
So, who will be sharing the screen?
Yes, ma'am. It's Vedang Sawant.
Okay.
Can I start?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Our topic for today's presentation is data analysis in sports. So, in particular, we have considered the sport as cricket, in which we have considered the IPL matches from 2008 to 2019. So, as everyone know, IPL is Indian Premier League, is a professional 2020 cricket league contested by 8 teams based out of the 8 different Indian cities. And the league was founded by the Board of Control for Cricket in India in 2007. We are from SK Somaiya College, and the group members are as myself, Varsha, then Vedang, and Mohit. So every analysis starts with its objective. So for our analysis, our objectives are we have conducted exploratory data analysis, determine the best of the various variables, comparison of the average money spent by each team in each year, and we have also compared the toss wins and match wins, home wins and away wins comparison, prediction of the position of the player in bowler and batsman standings. We have also predicted the total number of runs in each team. And the methodology and technology used for this analysis is exploratory data analysis, analysis of variance, multiple linear regression, random forest regression. And the software used for this analysis is R software, Excel, Python, and SPSS. And we have used the data from Kaggle, and we have not only used one data, we have also used the group of the data, and uh, and we have also created some of the variables which are required for this analysis. So moving on to the next slide, uh, we have considered all top three characteristics from each variable that are possible. So starting with the top three batsmen with most sixes and fours are Chris Gayle, Shikhar Dhawan, Virat Kohli. And the top three batsmen with most centuries are Chris Gayle, Virat Kohli, and David Warner. So as you can see from six and fours and centuries, we can conclude that these three players are having the highest strength and stamina. Moving on to the top three man of the matches are Chris Gayle, AB de Villiers, MS Dhoni, and top three paid players are Yuvraj Singh, Ben Stokes, Kevin Peterson. Next. So then the top three bowlers are Lasith Malinga, Amit Mishra, Piyush Chawla, and top three teams of IPLs are Mumbai Indians, Kolkata Knight Riders, Chennai Super Kings. Next, moving on to the top three venue, which is ground on which most of the time IPL is played are Eden Garden, Wankhede Stadium, M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. And top three umpires are S. Ravi, Kumar Dharmasena, and C. Shamsuddin. Next part will be explained by my teammate Vedang. Over to you, Vedang.
Okay, thank you, Varsha. So I will present you the exploratory data analysis which we have done on IPL dataset. So let's begin. You can see from this bar plot that Mumbai Indians is a team which have won maximum number of tosses. And the question arises that does toss winner also needs to be the match winner? So you can see in the pie chart that it is yes in 52% of the cases and it is no in remaining 48% of the cases. So the when the team won the tosses, the choice to ball first is seen in 61% of the cases, and choice to bat first is seen in 39% of the cases. So this is clear that toss win and match win probability is approximately 50%, and most probable choice of toss winners is bowling. From these two bar plots, you can see the number of times team have scored about 200 runs is higher batting in batting teams and lower in bowling teams. This is a B plot which is showing the individuals highest score scored by each batsman in each inning. So you can see that 175 is the highest score, which was scored by Chris Gayle when he was playing for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Next is AB de Villiers. He was also playing for Royal Challengers Bangalore, and he had scored 133. Next, then he was followed by David Warner, who was played for Sunrisers Hyderabad, and his highest score is 125. And like that, score distribution for each of the teams is given in first inning as well as in the second innings. In the first inning, you can see that RCB has scored maximum score, which is of 263, and the lowest score was scored by Delhi Daredevils. In second innings, you can see the teams such as CSK, Mumbai Indians, Kings 11 Punjab. These are the teams which have scored maximum, and RCB is the team which has scored very low score in second innings. This is the match status given to all seasons of IPL. You can see that Mumbai Indians have maximum wins as compared to their losses, and RCB have maximum losses as compared to their wins. Home and away wins, Kolkata, you can see that all these teams have maximum away wins as compared to their home wins. In this toss and match multiple bar diagram, you can see that teams such as CSK, MI, KKR have maximum toss wins as compared to their match lost, and maximum teams in such as Kings 11 Punjab, Delhi Capitals. You can see the toss wins of these matches of these teams are higher. Uh, in prize in prize plot, you can see these are the Yuvraj Singh and Stokes. Ben Stokes is the are both the most expensive players, which have bid of 16 crore and 14.5 crore respectively. Then we have performed two-way ANOVA to compare the average money spent in each year by each team. So you can see that for teams we have found our p value is 0.7699. So you can we can conclude that average money spent by each team is not same, it is different. And in we can you can see that for year it is 0.0139, which is less than 0.05. So we can conclude that at 5% level of significance, all teams money average money spent by all teams in each year is not equal is equal. And this is the histogram which we have given for average money spent by each team, and you can see that these are not equal. So next part will be explained by Mohit. So Mohit, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Vedam. Now, data analytics plays an important role in team formation. So now, thinking from franchises or team management end, they want to have the best team, which should increase the winning rate and finally to win the season, but at affordable cost. So we have designed three prediction models to predict strike rate and position of batsmen and bowlers in standing. Also, we predict total runs scored by each team at the end of each inning. We considered seven variables such as run, wicket, over, runs in last 5 overs, wicket in last 5 overs, strike rate, and non-striker runs best used to predict the total runs at the end of each inning. To predict strike rate and batsman position, and the eight variables were considered such as matches, win innings, not out, highest scores, 100, 50s, fours, and sixes. To predict bowler's position, only four variables were considered such as matches, innings, overs, and wickets. When we use multiple linear regression model to predict the strike rate, we get an accuracy of 42.8%, which was too low, and hence we use random forest regression, and the accuracy was shifted to 87.89%, which was considered to be the best. To predict the position of batsmen and bowlers and to select the best players, we get accuracy of 70.01% for batsman position and 87.47% for bowler position using multiple linear regression, which was assumed to be having a high accuracy, and we adopted this model. Now to predict total runs, we choose we checked the correlation plot between the variables, and we found that the highest correlation was between runs and overs, which with 0.94 value, and overs and wickets with 0.676 value, which was true, as we have always observed that batsmen in the last 5 overs of the game target to score more, and during this sometimes they also end up giving wickets. And with this, we can conclude our data do not contain any manipulations or any discrepancies. Also, strike rate, also striker batsman score was highest with total runs with a value of 0.38 followed by runs last 5 overs. Now, talking about the model accuracy, we get 50.88% when multiple linear regression was purchased. Accuracy changed to 67.46% when we use random forest regression. Now, talking about the limitation of the data set, data was little bit outdated as it was till 2019. No information was available for 2020 and 2021 matches. We don't have information about the pitches and weather conditions, direction in which the ball was hit, players' field position. If it would be available, the model accuracy would have increased. Data structure was not appropriate as it contains large number of empty cells, which was initially placed by zero, as the values don't contain any information. Also, complete record of money spent by each team in all seasons was unavailable. So we have observed that Chris Gayle proved to be the best batsman. No centuries were scored by MS Dhoni and Gautam Gambhir. Virat Kohli being loyal to Royal Challengers Bangalore, and it has played only for one team throughout the season, throughout the IPL. Mumbai Indian is the best team, as we all know, and Eden Garden is the best venue. RCB is a team which crossed 200 runs by setting up a target maximum number of times, followed by CSK, Kings 11, Punjab, and Mumbai Indians. While chasing the target, King 11 Punjab crossed a target of 200 maximum times, followed by RCB. According to Boston Whisker plot, batting by CSK in innings one proved to be the best. Innings two also convey the same story. KKR spends the maximum money on teams, followed by Mumbai Indians, and King 11 Punjab spends the least money. Correlation between the total runs and striker batsman run is maximum with 0.38, followed by runs last 5 overs 0.37. We finally concluded that the myth that the toss winners and match winners is all false, as the match winning probability for toss winning teams is about 50-50. Mumbai Indians CSK won maximum matches while RCB and Deccan Chargers and King Eleven Punjab lost maximum number of time as compared to winning. RCB and Deccan Chargers has maximum ties. KKR, CSK and Sunrisers Hyderabad has more away win matches as compared to home win, but Mumbai Indians has equal number of home and away wins. Average money spent during its season was same, but money spent by each team differed, and this validated by two-way ANOVA. Random forest proved to be the more accurate with 67.46% accuracy to predict total runs and 87.89% accuracy to predict a strike rate than multiple linear regression. Also, a multiple linear regression proves to be the best fit to predict batsman and bowler standing position with 79.01% and 87.47% accuracy. Thank you.
Okay. So, can you just scroll back? There's a two-way ANOVA model. In two-way ANOVA model, what is your dependent variable?
Sir, money spent by each team.
Dependent variable and independent variable.
So these are two the independent variable teams and you.
Okay. So teams means 8 teams are there.
Yes, sir. Every season considered 8 teams during the
8
playoff.
teams.
Yes.
And years, 4 years.
Sir, over from 2008 to 2019. Like 11 years throughout the IPL season.
But can you take this independent variable? These years. Okay, we have come to the multiple linear regression. In multiple linear regression model, dependent variable. What is your dependent variable?
We have 4 multiple linear regression models. One for strike rate, prediction of strike rate. In that, strike rate was a dependent variable. Then the position of the bowlers and batsmen, so that the team team management can select the best players for the team. So the position was the
independent variables.
Yeah, highest scores, 100, 50s, 4s, and 6s. These were some independent variables, not out innings matches for the position of batsmen and bowlers. The independent variables were innings, overs, and wickets and matches played. Number of matches.
How many sample size you have taken?
So we have already mentioned that it was from the beginning of the IPL season till 2019, because 2020 and 2021 data set were not available.
Sample size. How many samples you have taken for
So
study?
actually we have collected data from Kaggle. So that's where we have downloaded it and then perform the analysis part.
So data is date-wise data is there.
Yes, sir, date-wise, ball-to-ball data set.
So how can you use the multiple linear regression model here?
Sir, but we have used multiple data sets. For prediction of the run, we have the variables considered were, just a second. Yeah. To predict the total runs, so we have just converted the data into runs, wickets, overs, runs in last 5 overs, wicket in last 5 overs, striker runs, and non-striker runs.
I don't think this multiple linear regression is appropriate here. You have not check again this error whether normally distributed or not. QQ plot. Have you plotted?
Yes,
QQ
sir, we have plotted, sir. It was almost normal distribution. So we get on with it with the MLR, and then we proceed with the random forest regression.
Why you use random forest model?
So because MLR was giving low accuracy.
Huh?
So MLR was giving low accuracy, sir. 50% accuracy was given by MLR, and when we switch to random forest regression, the accuracy changes to 67.46%.
So have you checked all the basic assumptions?
Yes, sir, we have checked.
Okay, Any question? From audience, you can ask question.
So participant, is there any question? I think so, sir. We go for the next wala group.
Yes, yes.
So the next group will be Dhanalakshmi, Rushali, Amruta, and Roshini from KC College.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, just a change, a slight bit of change. Roshni is sick, so she is not going to be speaking anything as such.
Okay, then no problem.
Yeah, it's just the three of us.
Yeah, no problem. So who will be sharing the screen?
I will be sharing the screen.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, Lakshmi, I think we are good to go.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Dhanlakshmi Nada, I and my group members from KC College are here to present before you all the story of a virus, the coronavirus. Data visualization plays a very important role in helping any person to gain better insights in the data available. So our PPT today aims to help you understand and gain insights into the current situation of COVID-19 in our country. The first COVID case in the world was found in Wuhan, China in 2019, while India saw first case in 30th January 2020. Now jumping straight to the course of our action for our PPT. Roshali, next slide. This is our course of action. Coming to the next slide. So our objective is to analyze the visualization and comment on it. And secondly, to explain a data dashboard of COVID-19. And we have used Excel to present before you all a dashboard of different data statistics in India, as well as for all states. Finally, we shall present a conclusion, hoping to give you a happy visual experience. Over to my teammate Amruta.
Thank you, Dhanalakshmi, for that intro. With so much information being collected through the data analysis in this business world today, we must have a way to paint a picture of the data so we can interpret it. Okay, so data visualization gives us a clear idea of what the information means by giving it visual context through maps or graphs. So this makes us the data more natural for human mind to comprehend, and therefore makes it easier to identify trends, patterns, and outliers within large data sets. So here, if you see, the total vaccination has done so far. So we have taken the data from 16th Jan to 27 June 2021. And we have gender-wise comparison, male, female, and transgender here in bar chart. So coming to the next slide. So here in this pie chart is a comparison between three vaccines: Covishield, Covaxin, and Sputnik. As Sputnik is newly launched vaccine, so pie chart is not even considering Sputnik as Sputnik data, as it was very less. So from the pie chart, we can easily see that vaccine Covishield is highly taken among all the states. So coming to the next slide. So here we have age-wise comparison in multiple bar graph. So we can see group-wise data here: 18 to 45 years, then 45 to 60 years, then 60 plus years. So I think this is the way we are communicating this information in a manner that is universal, fast, and effective, and which is really very easy to understand for layman. So now my teammate Vrishali will present the Excel dashboard and help you to understand its importance. So over to Vrishali.
Thank you so very much, Amrita, for that. So far, I hope we all have been able to get a fair idea of what data visualization does for us. Simply help us to understand and comprehend data. That being said, imagine if I was to present this same data for all the different states that I have in India, all the different territories that I have in India. I would have to then make slides for each of those different states, for each of those different parameters. But imagine if I have something at my disposal which will help me club all of this data together. For that, I wish to show you something which we call as the Excel dashboard. Now, taking you to my Excel screen, is it visible?
Yes,
Is my Excel?
yeah, yes.
Okay. Now,
Dashboard is not
this
visible.
dashboard is not visible.
No, it's the PPT slide is visible.
Okay. Now, is it visible?
Still same. Okay. Maybe you could see it's the age-wise vaccination
No,
dash area.
Vrushali,
Yeah,
now
now
we
it's
can see. Yeah.
visible.
Okay. Thank you for that, ma'am. So this screen that you all can see on your devices right now is what we call as the Excel dashboard. Excel is, of course, a very powerful tool. You have all your data you generally generate presented in any Excel format, right? Now, this dashboard, this entire screen is what we call as the dashboard. Now, this particular thing that you see in between here, this is a table. This is like a main table in which we have data for all these different parameters. Now, like you can see here, we have age-wise vaccine, vaccination, and likewise we have the first and second doses given in a particular month for all the data that we have. Now, this particular middle thing that we have here, this is going to collect, or this has actually already composed or compiled in itself all the data that we need. Now all you have to do is, now let's say if I want to check the different parameters and what is the status in, let's say, Maharashtra. So I just click on Maharashtra and all the visualizations, as you can see, they change. Let's say if I want to compare it with Karnataka, so again, when I click on Karnataka, all of the data changes. Now I want to get an overall perspective. So this is India. So this is India and the data visualization changes accordingly. Now by clicking on this filter here, this is giving me an average idea of what is going on throughout all these different states and union territories that I have listed on here, right? So this is the importance of any Excel dashboard. Now in the future, no matter how much analysis you do, unless and until you are able to present it before any layman, uh, it won't make much sense. So it is very crucial that whatever data you have, whatever analysis you do, you have appropriate data visualization for the same. Now this was exactly our objective. We tried to keep it as simple as possible, uh, keeping in mind the audience that we have. We also had FY and the undergraduate students seeing this. So this was consider this as a help from our end to understand what data visualization possibilities are available for each one.
Hello.
Sorry, ma'am, I think I just lost connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with that, we pretty much declare our presentation is over for the day. And I hope you all really had a good time, a short and sweet, happy time visualizing the data that we had to present for you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So I don't have much question about this findings, but if you have any question from audience, they can ask.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Let's move to next one.
If nobody is there, then move to next.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome, dear.
Ma'am, I think so. This was last one, right? PG wala.
Anyone else who has, because there are several students, they have given, we can give them the access and they can present it directly. That Gagan is there, that research scholar, he wanted to
No,
present.
ma'am. No, ma'am. He's not.
Anyone else? This is a final call before we wind up the session. Anyone want to present? Immediately access can be given and they can present, because I remember that 4 more presentations should have been there which are not been taken place. Yes, who is there? Shikha Maheshwari, you want to present? Do we give you access? Okay, she don't want to present. Yes, Anjali, over to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir, for coming here and giving us your inputs and thoughts. Thank you so much.
Is to finish? All
Yes,
projects are over?
sir. Nearly 4 more groups. They haven't submitted the presentation, as well as they haven't means they have submitted the abstract, but they have not submitted the link, and now they are not there.
Okay, okay, no problem, madam.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay,
So
thank you.
it's a fine. Thank you very much, sir, for giving
Thank
your
you.
valuable time.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah, yeah. You can stop recording. And we'll end the